Why in the world would you believe this guy? He keeps telling me that this cold front is going to pass through, bringing in this so-called polar vortex, whatever the heck that means. I mean, half the time the guy is wrong. Why should I waste my time watching him? For instance, what about that time that he told me it was going to snow? I was getting all excited that I would have no school tomorrow. Except, that's not snow. I'm sure that we've all been guilty of blaming the weatherman once or twice before, really wanting to send that mean tweet or email clearly stating that we'll never watch their forecast ever again. But I'm also positive that we've all been that one person who failed to look at the weather forecast one morning and sadly was stuck in the rain with no umbrella. The fact of the matter is that we rely on weather forecasts every day to decide what we want to wear, how to plan our daily activities, and to keep people safe in the time of natural disasters. There's no doubt that predicting the future is hard and even downright impossible at times. But fortunately, meteorologists now have more tools at their disposal than ever before to help them predict the weather. And despite the occasional inaccuracies, we have to realize that meteorologists provide us with an invaluable service that did not reliably exist as soon as 70 years ago. Going back to 1870, the United States Weather Bureau was formed, and it marked the introduction of communicating weather information to the general public. However, atmospheric prediction was just getting off the ground at this point, and forecasts such as this one were very vaguely worded, typically covering a large area of the country and only for a 24-hour period. However, a big step forward was taken in 1901 when Cleveland Abbe proposed a series of complex equations that define the way in which the atmosphere moves. By solving these equations with the help of Louis Richardson, numerical weather prediction was born. However, it would take many refinements before it could be deemed as accurate. For instance, it took Richardson at least 6 weeks working by hand with these new equations to produce a widely inaccurate 6-hour forecast for a single location. Clearly, there had to be a better way to solve these complex equations in a timelier fashion. Richardson expressed his hope that perhaps someday in the dim future it will be possible to advance the computations faster than the weather advances, but this is a dream. Fortunately, his dream did come true almost 50 years later when a technological breakthrough occurred and the first electronic computer was released, revolutionizing the way that meteorologists predict the weather. Using a revised set of equations and the power of computers, successful 24-hour forecasts were able to be produced. By the mid-1950s, numerical weather forecasts were being produced on a regular basis, finally demonstrating to the general public for the first time that forecasts produced by meteorologists could be trusted. And since the 1960s, weather prediction techniques and technologies have continued to evolve, such as the acquisition of radars, helping meteorologists see precipitation near the ground, and satellites, which gave forecasters access to observations and data from anywhere on the planet. Modern-day numerical weather forecasts are run on National Weather Service supercomputers, where they process over 2.8 quadrillion mathematical calculations every second. And with each successive upgrade to their computing power, these computers have gotten significantly more accurate at predicting the weather. In 1955, computers predicted the weather for the next 36 hours with only about a 25% accuracy, which has since gradually increased to an 83% success rate today. A one-day temperature forecast is now typically accurate to within 2 to 2.5 degrees of its predicted value, further demonstrating that believing weather forecasts to be correct is now easier than ever before. With these more accurate forecasts, natural disasters such as hurricanes and tornadoes are easier to predict and warn people about, ultimately helping to save more lives. For instance, when the Doppler radar was introduced in the 1990s, lead times for tornadoes nearly doubled, from less than 5 minutes to around 10 to 13 minutes, proving to be valuable time for people to get to a safe spot. Additionally, with these more accurate forecasts, it has led to more people believing in these forecasts and our society becoming consumed and captivated by the weather. In a recent study, U.S. adults were found to view, on average, 3.8 weather forecasts every day from a variety of different sources, ranging from newspapers to radio to television to smartphone apps. The bottom line is that people need to start taking weather forecasts more seriously, since they are something that we take for granted and could not imagine living without. Numerical weather forecasts have only been around for 67 years, but the impacts that forecasting the weather has had in our society are innumerable. I hope that the next time you see a 7-day forecast, you'll come to realize and appreciate just how much it has changed for the better. Thank you.